Hi traders, welcome back to my channel. I am Sophie B and this is your weekly market recap for July 28th through August 1st, 2025. In this video, we're going to break down what moved the market this week, what to look out for next week, and some simple trading setups to keep your eyes on. But disclaimer, this video is for informational purposes only, so be sure to do your own research before making any investments, okay? So this week, the market pulled back with SPY ending the week down around 621, which was about 1.6% from last Friday's close. The lower move came after the Fed held rates steady, but emphasized a data-dependent stance, which pushed back expectations for a September rate cut. On July 31st, President Trump signed an executive order raising tariffs on imports from dozens of countries, and these duties included 30% tariffs on the EU and Mexican goods and 35% on Canadian imports. And other rates were up to 41% on other countries, and these are scheduled to take effect August 7th, 2025. So this week. So we want to make sure we watch out for that. On top of that, consumer confidence fell and retail earnings they missed expectations. So we saw investors step away from riskier stocks and rotate into safer sectors like utilities and healthcare. And also, SPY rejected resistance around 628 and slid to support around 615, which shows that traders are using caution as we enter August. So as far as the sectors, the utilities and consumer staples outperformed as traders are rotating the stocks that they're investing in. Meanwhile, tech and the financials lag. Some of the notable movers this week was CoreWeave, and this was our stock of the week, baby. So it dropped hard early in the week, and then on Thursday we caught a nice bounce with the calls, and then we sold our calls on Thursday actually, let me pull up. Give me one moment. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. So this is CoreWeave stock, and right now the stock is currently at 104. And excuse me, I'm looking at multiple screens right now. So the stock closed at around 104. This is a monthly chart. So as you can see, it's on a clear downtrend. I'm going to pull up a weekly chart. So as you can see, earlier in the week, CoreWeave kind of trickled down. We identified it was at this support line. So once it got to this support line around 100, we sold our puts and bought calls. The very next day, CoreWeave shot up like $12. Um, On the open, it shot up $12, but overall, like it continued to go up to almost 117, 118. And then throughout the day, well, no, this was 119, I'm sorry. Throughout the day, like it got all the way up to 119, but because we identified that it was at resistance, we caught that quick scalp overnight. We sold our calls and we bought puts because we noticed that it shot up to resistance. So we closed out of our calls at the end of the trading day and we bought puts for Friday. Again, CoreWeave dropped almost like $10 at open. So CoreWeave was like our stock of the week. And then being that it is continuing in this downtrend, we're looking for next week, we're looking for it to continue that downtrend. And also, if you took my training, I teach with this right here. This is the Head and Shoulders. And if you can see, like, whenever the stock makes that M, I call that murder, meaning the stock is probably going to keep falling. So we're looking for CoreWeave to come all the way down to around a 95 support. So next, AMD showed unusual movement post earnings. It kind of traded sideways, but it held a key support line. And then next, Palantir is setting up for a potential breakout ahead of earnings next week. So we want to watch out for Palantir in this next week. And so you see it just broke below the support line. So we're looking for it to come back up after earnings. So this week we saw heavy put volume on CoreWeave, especially heading into Friday. We saw unusual sweeps on SPY for the 8-2, and that was expected given what happened July 31st with the tariffs announcements and the Fed announcement where he wasn't cutting rates. So we also have heavy put volume for our 8-5 puts, showing traders are positioning for more downside. So some great strategies that worked this week. Again, we were buying puts on CoreWeave for Friday, and then we got our call scalps on Thursday for that $12 bounce when the market opened. And also, we traded calls on Microsoft before earnings, and Microsoft took off after earnings. So Microsoft did us very good this week. So for next week, traders want to look out for July jobs reports as that drops Friday morning. So expect some volatility. And we have earnings from names like Palantir, Uber, and Disney. So y'all want to watch out for that as well, just in case you want to do some earnings trading. And SPY. We have SPY at around a 638, 637 resistance. And then around, well, it closed right here, but I have my next support line around 613 for SPY. So we're watching for SPY to be near those support and resistance lines, or if it's at this 621. So if it continues to fall, it will probably continue to fall to this 613 before it recovers. And also we're looking for those tariffs to go into effect August 7th. So it might be a rough week for SPY. Just watch out for that. Next, we are looking for bearish setups on CoreWeave as it is continuing in this downtrend. But I do want to note that, like, I've been trading CoreWeave for a couple months now. And I caught it on the way up. I noticed when the trend changed. I was trading CoreWeave here. I noticed the trend changed around here. And then it's been in that downtrend ever since, and it's in a clear channel. But I did notice last week, I felt like the behavior, because I've been trading it for so long, last week the behavior changed. So I don't know if just more people are getting hip to it or what, but if you notice, it kind of trickled down and then it'll like trickle back up. It'll trickle down, it comes back up, trickle down. But last week it like shot up and shot right back down. So that just tells me it's a lot more volume, it's a lot more volatility. So with that being said, make sure if you are going to trade CoreWeave, make sure you scale in and out to protect your trades and to protect your profits. So if you do have multiple contracts, you might want to sell a couple contracts to take your profits just in case like it turns around and it turns around very quickly. And also, if you are going to trade CoreWeave, make sure you set a stop loss. And I like to tell people you have to think about your stop loss as like your seatbelt when you're driving, your safety harness if you're like bungee jumping, your little seat thing if you ride a roller coaster, like safety first. That's your stop loss because you want to protect your profits, you want to protect your account. You do not want to just trade blind and not have a stop loss, and then the stock doesn't, or the trade doesn't go in your favor and you lose all of your money. So be sure to set your stop losses this week if you are trading CoreWeave. And it is okay if your stop loss gets you out. That means it's protecting you from losing your money, okay? And then you go back, you rechart, you reposition if you want to continue trading that stock. So we also want to look for neutral plays like iron condors on stocks like Disney ahead of earnings. So that's all I have for y'all this week. Let me know what setups you're watching out for and what you're trading in the comments. And also, our small account challenge ended July 31st. So I will announce the winner of the small account challenge. So be sure to have, if you did participate, make sure you send me your trades so I can see who won. And then I'm going to announce the winner on Tuesday when we have training Tuesday, August 5th. So make sure you join our Discord for live trading every Monday at 08:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, as well as live coaching every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So this is a new month, which means a new trading class starts August 5th. So this Tuesday, we are kicking off the start of a new trading class. And the trading is 4 weeks. After that 4 weeks, so around September 1st, we're going to start another small account challenge to put your knowledge to the test. Like we're going to train you for 4 weeks and then we do the small account challenge just to to test your knowledge. And it's also a fun competition. But also, your girl's birthday is this week. So my birthday is August 8th. And stay tuned. I'm going to make a special birthday announcement. You don't want to miss it. So in the meantime, do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a weekly update. And I will catch you in the next video. So stay focused and trade smart.